So basically, if you've already read the title, you know what I'm going to be doing with this body. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll take it off the chassis here. So the first thing that we're going to have to do is we're going to have to remove the stickers. I hope to be able to reuse these, but I doubt that I will be able to. Next thing is going to be removing the cage. I'll remove the driver's head. And you know, something I didn't notice when I was thinking about this was I didn't realize that the interior was all one molded piece. So I'm gonna have to cover this up, and that might be a bit of a pain. So we'll see how we do that. But you know, that's just one of the workarounds with this. That's fine. We'll figure it out. So as you can tell, all the stickers have now been removed. It looks so weird. There's nothing on the front. So the next step is going to be removing the driver and the road cage. And the way you do that is basically on the other side. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws that you're going to have to remove. There's 2 back here. And that's going to remove the entire road cage and the driver's head. Like I said, the body is molded in, so we're going to have to work around that. Alright, so there we have the top roof, so that's been removed. Last piece is the head. Alright, and there we have the decapitated driver. Ah! So there we have it. This is how the body should look like now. And again, you can see why Axial is able to give you the cheaper price point, because there's really not a whole lot once it's by itself. You see how it's pretty plain. Doesn't take up a lot of real estate. It's very easy for them to produce these bodies. Plus, they're not licensed, so that helps them too. The next thing that we're gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to basically tape off the whole interior, and then I'm also gonna tape off the hood. And that's gonna be a little bit time consuming as well. Alright, so I have it all taped up. Unfortunately, I didn't have any masking tape and I didn't feel like going to the store, so this tape will have to do, hopefully. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to clean the surface area with this alcohol to get rid of all the oils from my hand. And we're also going to do a light sanding with the paper that I have. I'm probably going to use a 800 to 1200 grit, a real light grit. And I'm going to go ahead and just scuff the area. And as you can see, this is a brand new body, brand new paint, so you know, I'm very confident that this is going to work and it's going to look really good once it's done. Alright, and as you can see here, hopefully you can see that it's all scuffed up now. And the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to apply this. I went with the Duplicolor Bed Armor. I got this at AutoZone. I think it was about 13 bucks. And it has a texture to it, so that's why I got this one. There's one that's kind of like a flat, and I didn't really want to go for that one, so we'll see how this one works out. So we'll start off with a real light dusting of the body, kind of give it that prime coat, and then, you know, that's it. Then once that sets in, we'll do a couple more coats, 1 or 2 light coats, and then we have a high gloss coat that we're going to do. Alright, and there's the first coat. We're going to give it about 10 minutes. And like I said, kind of just a light coat around is all we were looking for. We're going to let that sit for about 15-20 minutes, and then we'll do another 2 coats. Alrighty, and that's the final wet coat that I have on there. So now I'm just going to let it dry, and then I'll do some touch-ups if I need to do any. Alright, and there you have it. That's how it looks like after we paint it. Some of the tape stuck on here, so I'm going to have to use some adhesive remover for that. It looks pretty good. The underside too. Alright, now that we have it cleaned up, I did have a little line here that didn't come out too perfect, but that's alright. I really like the texture of this. It's got a really nice texture, and I left this as smooth, and so that as I also left the inside smooth. So the next thing to do is to mount the cage back and get the driver back on. Alright, so here we have it. Overall, I think it came out really good. It's very flexible. Like, I can bend the body and nothing really happens to it. See? So it's not chipping or cracking with the flex. I'm a little unhappy with how the edges came out here, but that's nothing that can't be fixed. I just have to put a little more work into getting that cleaned up. The interior I pretty much left as is. And the head I'm switching from this basic axial one to one that I painted. He's got a black helmet and the white skull, kind of like a Punisher type. And yeah, it's definitely coming together. And like I said, I have the cage here. Basically, I just have to take off all these screws and attach them back at the points where I took them off from. And this part will be all done. Alright, and there is the final product. Got the new skull on there. And like I said, I think this came out pretty good. Really no imperfections on most of the body. That's just a little scuff right there. Yeah, I really couldn't be more happier with how it came out. See, Wally agrees too. I kept the stickers in the back and I took off this one. I might cut out the silver part of the Axial logo and just put it back here, but I like the way it came out. And one of the things that I have in the works is I'm probably going to order like a Punisher action figure and cut him down so he can fit in here, so he can accompany him. And I'm waiting for a couple more things on this build. It's really starting to come together. Well, anyways guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave any questions down below. Don't forget to leave a like, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That means a lot. So appreciate it guys, and we'll see you on the next episode of Flash Hobbies.